We're
Yay! It worked.
Hi, Anne. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Robyn?
I'm good. That was a fantabulous intro, and I'd like to say thank you to Magic Wanda for that.
Magic Wanda is amazing. I love that.
Because we can't do stuff like that.
No. And I want to do, Wanda needs to come to Arizona and do my makeup for the Halloween party I'm going to at my brother's. So that I can look like that, because that is creepy.
Dude, I love that face that she did for you.
I know. It's like, and I'm going,
oh.
And you're just
I'm kind of like a devil hooker, you know?
You are.
Kind of too. But anywho, congratulations are in order. Hot Pants.
Woohoo!
Anne has a release today.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us about your release today?
Let me show you a picture. Now, this isn't quite true to form. It says coming soon, as in now. Actually, it's up to when everybody releases it. So it's live on Amazon. Can't write around it. It's live on Kobo, the ebook version. Print's going to be a couple weeks because it always takes a little bit longer. We can talk about that later if you want. But so it's live on those. We're waiting on Nook. We're waiting on Apple and everybody else. So yay. And actually, I just had a screen thing pop up from Kindle Direct Publishing saying, hey, your book's live.
Good. Yay. What's it called?
Can't write around it. This is book 3 in the Deadwood Undertaker series that I co-write with my husband, Sam Lucky. Yep. So this is the 3rd magic book. It's really, you know, writing a series, the first book's fun. The second book's better. By the 3rd book, you're really getting your rhythm. Your characters are really shining, and it's just powering through.
3's a charm. It's like when people actually realize you're really, truly writing a series, a lot of times a series will pop at the 3rd book. Have you found that? That's what I've found.
Yeah, 3rd, and even more so. So, you know, I have the Jackrabbit Junction series, which let me do this little thing. See this? Woohoo! Full series free in Kindle Unlimited. Finally, I was able to, after my BookBub finished running, there's another one. Get that over into Kindle Unlimited. And so that is now available over there for those who are in the KU program, KDP Select. I'm trying to remember what it's called from the reader side. But anyway, so you can get all those books using your Kindle Unlimited membership. Can you tell it's been a long time since I've been in Kindle Unlimited? Like 6 years.
No, I hadn't done it until this year. And a lot of readers, and actually this might be interesting for people, they want to know, oh my God, it's not wide. Why isn't it wide? Why are you doing KU? And here's the bottom line with that. There's a fine line between art and commerce. Okay. You have to walk it carefully, and you always have to write a good book. However, I write full-time and write full-time. So it's also a job. So these are really, they're business decisions that don't necessarily last forever. But as long as, honey, can you turn off the TV in there? Dude, seriously? Will you turn off the TV in there?
I've locked my kids. My kids are locked away in their bedrooms, you know, bolted.
Yeah. Well, that's Steve. That's not even a kid. That's my husband. But yeah, KU is, and it's actually a way a lot more people can read your stuff. You know, for a while, I personally belong to KU. But the answer to the question that a lot of people tend to ask is, why are you in KU? And I'm looking, oh, dudes, there are comments.
Yeah, we're busy chatting. I just noticed that too.
Yeah, I didn't have them. I was on the wrong side of it. So anyway, okay, so yay. And you know what? Okay, here's a question for you. Both of us have been doing this for a while, right?
Yes, look at my eyes. Can you see the years of all that on me? Yeah.
Dude, Dude, I was up till 4:30 a.m. last night writing. But I write at night, which is so stupid. Well, no, it's not. It's what I do.
No, it's what you do. It's when you write.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really. Do you celebrate your releases? Like, I know some people that like go out to dinner, do something. I don't. Do you?
In the old days, boy, when you finished a book, it was like, woohoo, I'm going to watch whatever movie I want. We're going to go out for steak or whatever I felt like. Nowadays it's such a, it's part of the job and it is wonderful. And yes, I pushed it, but a lot of times it's more like, holy crap, that thing, I finally pushed publish. And now, as you know, now I've got to spend hours getting all the marketing stuff ready to go and switch hats to marketer. So I can be, getting that going out there. So I will try to, like tonight, I already told my family, we're going to go out to, this is frozen Coke Slurpees. I'm going to get a Slurpee.
Slurpees. I love Coke.
Yes. So we will, and I will get a huge one, the biggest I can get. Yeah. And then I will just lay on the couch and be done. But we don't celebrate like we used to. That's for sure. We should be.
Oh, I know we should celebrate each other. You know what? For me though, it's not the release day anymore. That's like the woo but I still get that same feeling like when I write the end. Those are the two sexiest words in an author's vocabulary. So I still get that same like feeling that I got even when I first started writing. The words the end are more of a celebration for me than the actual day the book comes out. I don't know if you agree or disagree.
No, and we should also note that you and I both do the end ... for now.
I know.
We get cussed out a lot about that.
Dude, honestly, I'll be very honest. I don't care. I'm writing.
Well, it's like I've said, if I ever say the end, it's the end. It's over. We're done. So it's the end for now because that way we know we're going to keep going. But yes, I agree. When you type those words, it's such a relief, even though most of the time you have a mountain of editing that's going to come in.
Yeah. You're going to get shredded and have to refix and all that. I don't mind. Right. I don't mind that part. I kind of like that part.
You're sadistic. What is?
I know, isn't that fucked up? Okay. We have done. Oh, guys, this is our second show. Number 2. First one we did in a private room, and then we were like, you know what? Let's go wide. So some of the people are new to us.
Yes.
So we could talk about how we met. We could talk about, I don't know what the hell we could talk. We could talk about, I don't know, all kinds of. Well, you tell how we met.
I knew you were going to do that. You're going to put me on the spot. How we met was online. It's like online dating. Yay. Through a small writers group where we were both invited to be part of it. And and I had a question about the Kindle Worlds, which is no longer.
Right.
Which I did write in your Kindle Worlds twice. No,
and
once.
I actually still have Kindle Worlds is over.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about this later, but I still have hang on. My dogs are barking. I still have that, but it's now a universe. It's the Magic and Mayhem universe. And I'll talk about that in a little while too. But yeah, so you called me about Kindle Worlds.
And you gave me wonderful advice and said, do not put your main Big Deadwood series into Kindle Worlds, which I'm so glad I didn't, because then it folded and all the stuff that came after that you worked through and other authors worked through, but it's a lot of work. It's a nightmare. So that was the start of it. And then since then, I called you and you cuss like nobody's business on the phone. And I was like, wow, I like her. She's going to be so much fun. We've got to keep talking. So
then you came to my house. And so we're actually friends in real life now. That's how we met, but we've been in each other's homes and we actually like each other. People always get surprised. They're surprised when authors actually know each other. I guess I get surprised sometimes too, but we are truly, truly friends. And seeing if there's any I've
Oh yeah,
never
I'm
read
not even looking at comments, so you should look at comments.
Jasmine. Never read Anne Charles. Well, let me tell you, Jasmine, you're missing out. She freaking rocks. She's brilliant. She's funny. You'll love her. I love her. I love her books and I love her.
Yes, we've had fun reading each other's stuff too.
We have. All right. What else? What are you giving away tonight?
Oh, let me dig it up here. I'm going to give away the first book in. I got to line it up there. I think I'm lined up. There we go.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
In the Deadwood Undertaker series, the one that book 3 just came out, I'm going to give away the first book in print on that one. So whoever wins can get an introduction to that series. Autographed, of course, by me, by Sam Lucky. And I also have, I believe in this one, I have my illustrator's autograph in that too. And that's my brother. He's my brother. So
yeah, he's so good. All right. I'm giving away.
Hey. Yeah.
Your
So we
broom.
got to put this up. Yeah. There it is.
It just came out. The exciting thing is that the audio is ready. I have to listen to it, and that will be live like super soon. And that series is narrated by my friend Stephanie, who I went to college with. We were acting majors at Northwestern 5,000 years ago. And when she heard I was going into audio, she actually contacted me and said, "Are you reading your own books?" And I was like, "No, I don't have time." And she goes, "Well, let me do it." And I said, "I can't afford you," because Stephanie's like big old, Lifetime television for women. She's like, she's like friends and family. So she's effing brilliant. She's done my whole Magic and Mayhem series, and she just did Your Broom or Mine, and it's coming out. Well, I don't know, as soon as it goes through ACX, and it'll be out there. So the audio's coming, which is exciting. Yes. Very exciting.
Yes.
Love to see authors supporting each other, women supporting women. I do too.
What? I have to say something in regards to the whole audio thing that I forgot in all the hubbub of doing the release. And that is that we did just sign the one series that I don't have in audio is the Deadwood Undertaker series. And we were holding off because we wanted to get a few books in and get in and then find the right voice. And we did just sign on with a narrator. And so they'll be putting the first 3 books in audio within the next, I don't know, they're trucking. And I don't know if it's like that for you right now, but my last book for the Deadwood series, Deadwood 11, that title just went off. But anyway, she did it within a month. And that was, it was,
wow. You know, the truth of that, which is kind of interesting, is a lot of narrators are also actors. And because of COVID, Hollywood is just kind of starting to reopen. Theater is not. And a lot of narrators that I know that I've actually have read a lot of my books are also theater actors. So I think that people have time, unfortunately, in general, but fortunate for the books, to do it. Now, I've also had people lodged in my sphincter because I haven't done what I promised yet, and still are. I am still narrating the Good to the Last Death series, and we're in the process of this is crazy. However, not really. We're having a sound booth put into the house.
All right. Wow.
Yeah. Downstairs, under the stairs, is this big closet. It's perfect for that. Steve will use it. I'll use it. I won't have to leave the house, which is really great since I'm a massive hermit. And so I promise, I'm hoping by Christmas to at least have 2 of them done, because I also have to write on top of it. But yeah,
you're just a little busy, just a little
scanchy. All right, what do you have coming out next?
Okay, next I am working on the Deadwood Mystery Series number 12. Actually, but that's what I'm working on. But we're actually going to put out a Christmas novella for the Undertaker series. All goes right. All goes well, time-wise, have that out by Christmas. So we will have a Christmas book this year. Paranormal, Old West, all that stuff all together. That's what that series, the Undertaker series, is my Deadwood Mystery series, all the same world, set back in the 1870s when the gold rush was on in Deadwood.
Do you want to live in that time? Is that why you picked that time? Do you love it? Why'd you do it?
I don't want to live in that time. I picked it because that's when it was the huge gold rush in the Black Hills, and there were people. I mean, it was huge population wise, and it was gunfights in the street. I mean, it was just crazy time then. Lawlessness, and Deadwood was known for, it was notorious for all the bad stuff going on. So it's a really fun time to write about because there was so much stuff happening, and not nice stuff either.
Yeah.
So that's why. And so we wanted to do the prequel to the current series so you could see what happened before with all the supernatural stuff. And then you can go forward. So when you read the 2 series, you've got the modern day and all the crap, some of it resurfacing, new stuff coming. And then you can want to go read the old stuff that happened and how things came about. So all those supernatural people in the modern day are in the old one too, because they're supernatural, they're ghosts or whatever.
To know what we're drinking. What are you drinking?
Right now, just coffee. And I had just some coffee because last weekend I did a book talk.
Did you drink?
It was a bad day.
I barely drink. I'm the suckiest drinker ever. This is a Coke with sugar in a Yeti cup with rabbit turd ice, which is my.
Yeah. I like your rabbit turd ice maker.
I got that machine, that little rabbit turd ice refrigerator that got me from the other side. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I did this whole book talk last weekend, and we actually edited the last 5 minutes out. I can't really remember the last 5 minutes.
It's like my birthday last year.
You're just gone.
Dude, I don't drink, and I drink sake.
Oh boy.
Steve will come in a little while. It's a horrible story. It was at my favorite sushi place. My parents were there, my children, me, some friends, and I drank sake, and I don't even effing remember it. They said I yelled the F-bomb when I drank sake. Not on this one. Did I tell this story last time?
And I don't remember this one. I don't remember this one.
Book talk.
Yeah, no, you were out of control.
I was out of control. I can't see you.
I know, we got the narrow screen. Wait, let me do this a little bit wider screen. There.
Oh my God. Is that what everybody can see?
No, now they can.
Oh, they can?
I just remembered we can do that. I forgot we can do that.
All right. I'm trying to see if there are any questions you need to ask.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay, you know what? Anne, you know what we can talk about? Because you're helping me. I called you. Okay, you have the best store. You have a great store on your website. And so I decided to do something that I thought I would live to regret. And I'm going to have a store for signed books, but I'm not going to be open all year round like you are. And so I loved your store, and I was like, oh my God. So you and Sam are helping me, but Steve is going to draw pictures in all the books. So we're going to be open just November, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to be open just November, and limited time, whatever I've got, because I have a lot, because there were no signings this year. I didn't go to anything, and I'm going to sign them, and then Steve's going to doodle in them, and then I'm going to go on vacation from the store. But you're the one. You guys have helped, and you'll still be helping me because I know I'll have more questions. But I love your store.
I know. We'll have to run a few through.
Yeah.
Vacation?
What?
Where are you going to go?
On vacation?
Yeah.
Well, just away from the store.
And
told me that you can put up on vacation, right?
Yep. You can. Yeah, you can pause it. Yeah. And I forget to do that when we take our big road trips, and then we'll be in the middle of Kansas, and all of a sudden my phone chings, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Because I got an order in. Yeah.
I do it all the time. I just cannot, because I can't keep up with it. But I thought I have such a supply of paperbacks that, I want to get rid of. So if people want them, yay. And then the other thing, I'm just stealing shit from you, but I totally am. Steve and I are going to do a virtual signing like you did.
Oh yeah, you should.
Sign a lot of the books on air, which might be insanely boring for some people, but and they can turn it off. But that's what we're going to do.
I know. I felt sorry for people that were going to come to my virtual signing, because I thought, you've been at a book signing.
Yeah.
You sit there and you talk to that person, and then you write in their book. And I didn't know if it would be entertaining or not. But then I realized how much when you talk to a person, they might ask you a question and you tell them a little event that happened related to the book you're signing.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're telling this whole history about writing and different parts of your life, but then you're telling it on air. So it's kind of good. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be awesome. I think you're going to be flooded with orders and then have like what we do, where we have tables just full of books that we're trying to
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. What do you do?
Yeah.
I'm just reading.
Oh, you're reading questions?
No, I'm just reading.
Yay for signed books. I'm a cheap, boring drunk, Lisa Moody says. I'm not boring, but I'm
I know.
drunk.
God, we went to Mazatlan 2 years ago this next month, and our kids went with us, and we drank. And boy, our kids were walking us back to the hotel room, and they cannot stop talking about me getting drunk and how I was laughing and stuff.
Yeah, my kids rarely. I didn't go back to that sushi place, which is my favorite sushi place in town, for like a year because apparently I yelled the F-bomb
Many times.
And my kids think it's hilarious.
My kids tell stories about
your kids, our kids. Okay, yeah.
Our kids they tell stories about when I'm like funny stories about when I'm sober.
God. Which is so
every once in a while
rare.
they're like, remember that one time you were sober?
Remember that time you were sober?
Oh my,
that was so great.
yeah. Anyway, we're really this fun bunch.
Jesus, that's funny.
All right, what else is happening over here?
So I have another. There's a book to put up. Oh, wait. First, you bought
What?
A pillow that I wouldn't keep.
You are. I think you're gonna want this pillow. Before I present this pillow to you people, whoever. Well, there's no prize for it, but let's just see who can guess what this pillow is first. Okay. I redid my office. Ready?
Ready. I need like some kind of game show music. I still think it's the thing I said. When I look at it, the first thing I see is what I said earlier.
I know, but I told you it's just a front view of the same thing.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but I wonder what that means about me.
I don't know. We might need to dissect that. Anyway, it's a very special pillow. If at a quick glance, no one knows what it is, but let's see if any of you guys do.
Yeah, look and see if anyone figured that out.
Oh, they're already hitting it. That's right. It's a weenie pillow. A cabbage flower weenie pillow. That makes me really happy. Speaking of offices, let's give a little. We can give a little hint because we're gonna have our guest next month.
Yeah. Does she even know?
Well, she will later. I'll call her. But it's one of our very, very dear friends, brilliant writer, hilarious human, Renee George.
Woohoo!
I thought of that when we were talking about offices. She just completely redid her office, and she effing built stuff like desks, and I was like, oh my God. So, Anne, I'll clean up my office. We have a whole month to do this. You clean up yours. And what we want to do next month is take people on little mini tours of our office, and Renee can show off her effing, I'll just say it, her fucking building skills, which are redonk. Total.
What the hell? What did she do before she started writing? She
was a nurse, and yeah. And she also, well, we should save this for next month, but she also taught English college level for a while.
Oh, yeah, well, if you're building your own.
Wait, what did you do before you were writing?
Well, many things, but the last thing before I was writing was a technical writer. So it's not real sexy. It was banking software, technical docs.
Okay.
Yeah, not most riveting, but I used to joke with my boss and say I was going to put a sex scene in there because everybody told me it doesn't matter what you write because nobody reads the user
read it. Oh my God, that would be.
And so I'd be like, oh, well, then I'm going to put a sex scene in there.
Sex scene in the middle of like banking. technical writing.
A teller picks up a user guide and starts reading, and oh my God.
That's actually a really good plot of how somebody like gets discovered as a romance or meet cute of the guy who actually read that and is like, what the hell? And then, there's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there.
It could be fun.
I was an actor for my whole life before I wrote.
What'd you do mostly? Stage or movies or sitcoms or what?
I did sitcoms, I did movies, but mostly I did stage. I was on Broadway, I did national tours, regional theater. And actually, if I had to choose a medium, what the heck is going on in the kitchen? Can you hear that in the background?
I hear weird sounds coming out.
Yeah. You turned it off.
Oh.
Anyway, my favorite medium is probably live theater because there's such a live audience is a different feeling than anything. It's like there's magic and you can feel everything that's passing through you. Where a film is a whole bunch of hurry up and wait. Film is rarely, or in my experience, and Steve still does film, so I'm very aware of what happens. It's rarely shot in order. You might get there the first day, and because of the location, you're shooting the climax of the movie, and you just met the person who you're working with. It's a whole different thing. It's a whole different skill set. You still have to be able to act.
Yeah.
However, it's a vastly different penis pillow fill. It's a different skill set than you need for a theater. And then TV depends on like a 1 hour drama. It's kind of like a movie that you're shooting a full movie every week. It's a lot of work and a lot of hours. Half-hour sitcom, which I've also done, much more human, especially if you're live audience. There aren't many. I'm old, so there aren't many live audiences anymore. They do a lot of one camera.
Right.
Sitcoms and stuff like that. But anyway, I tell you what I do like. I like my job now because I actually showered for you people tonight and put on a little bit of face, but I don't have to wear makeup. I can wear sweatpants and Ugg boots and nasty t-shirts, and I don't have to get Botox, and it's great.
I know that's, I've had people in town here where I live say, well, why not, you do book signings here, or why don't you do something around Prescott where I live? And I don't want to, because I want to be able to go to the grocery store wearing basically pajamas if I want. And I don't want to feel like anybody knows me. So I just want to be my kid's mom here. Yeah. And that's about as much as you know about me.
I don't do anything local except for I've done a couple of library things, but I love libraries. We did a library. Remember
we did.
Yeah, big old library.
Yeah, we gave away 50 books.
Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
Each of us gave away 50. So yeah, I used
the libraries in need. We should do that again eventually.
I know. We did it I did it 4 years in a row.
Okay.
And then I took a break.
Yeah.
But I still get correspondence from a lot of librarians from that.
That's so nice. If you do it again, I'm in. Totally. I would totally do that. That's how I grew up reading.
Yeah.
I went to libraries, and I love libraries. But as far as doing anything else local, no. But see, we have a little bit of a problem, because Steve is recognizable because of his job. So
unless he wears, I was thinking about him this morning. I got up and I dragged my butt out and I went running. And I don't run like I do sprints. I'm not a marathoner. I don't have the tall, willowy body. I'm meant to peasant walk field,
Yeah.
But I wear these crazy outfits that are pretty much cut off pajama pants, and old t-shirts. And I was thinking, gosh, short of the curly hair wig he wears when he's that character you just love.
Dash.
I kind of look like Dash out there and I wear knee things. I didn't used to, but because I'm getting older, I don't want to screw up my knees.
Yeah.
They're good now. So I wear those. And I'm sure people in my neighborhood are like, oh, there she is again. Hi, and I'm chugging like a train because I've been doing this for months and months and months. You'd think I could run long distance now.
I don't love to run, but my son runs, Steve runs, Audrey dances. If I'm going to, before the pandemic started, I was teaching a tap class to gals over 50, and some of the gals were in their 80s. It was amazing. And so I was teaching. These gals were pretty advanced. Like I was like, oh my God, when I saw their class. So then my mom wanted to take. She's like, can I come? And I'm like, oh shit. Because my mom has never had a tap shoe on in her life. She drove me to all my dance lessons growing up. So I said, you know what? Let's start a beginning class too. So I did that. And I had to prep for that class, and I stretch and do that kind of stuff anyway. But that was kind of my exercise for a while. And then all that stopped. And, but I tell you what, and some people might want to belt me in the head for this. I just burped. Sorry. Not belt me for that. That's not a normal thing. My stress during the pandemic has actually led to weight loss, which I don't need. I mean, I'm fine. I'm just absolutely fine. But my stress level has been high.
Yeah. See, you and I had talked about this once semi-recently, the stress, how you write humor in the thick of all of this stress. How do you do it?
You know what? It's been really hard. I have to get off of social media. And I can't read because I'm a voracious news reader. I usually read it, don't necessarily watch it. And I'll have to back off if it's getting me too panicky. That's what I do. But I mean, it has. I think I'm seeing it and I'm hearing it from a lot of my friends who write that this is a very, it's an unheard of time, and it's a very unusual time. A lot of people are having a hard time writing, but finding comedy, and laughing, which is what is really helpful right now, is kind of hard. I'm just going to be truthful. It's kind of hard. What are you doing?
Well, when I'm not sprawled out on our couch watching the Great British Bake Off show, which for some reason that cheers me up like nobody else's. It's either the whole color scheme they have in the show. I mean, I've analyzed this. I'm like, what is my deal with this? I can't cook. No, I'm no good at it. But I watch them, and I've gotten to where, like, when my husband makes something now, I'll go, oh, look you had a really good bake here. You got good air holes. It's like I know what the hell I'm talking about, right? But I watch that show over and over the seasons, and I'm hungry as hell, which doesn't help. Which is why I have to get up and run in the morning, because a lot of times I'm stuffing my face when I watch, or like at 10 o'clock, I'm like, will you make some pretzels for us, Mr. Lucky? To my husband.
Oh my God.
Yes. So anyway, I've been watching, and then my daughter and I last weekend went through a whole marathon of Jane Austen.
Oh yeah, love them.
And compared.
Have you watched Schitt's Creek?
Yes, I've watched that. That's a good one.
That has been my savior. That, and I'm going to get the title wrong right now, and somebody can correct me on the side. What They Do in the Shadows, the vampire show.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You were in What They Do in the Shadows?
I haven't seen that. No.
Oh, you haven't seen it? I thought you said you were.
No. I haven't seen it.
The movie is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I'm going to send you the link to it afterwards. I swear to God, you have to watch it. Then they made a series off of the movie, or it's What We Do in the Shadows, What They Do in the Shadows. Somebody correct me if I got that screwed up. I'm sure I did.
Is it on Netflix? Is it on Amazon? Where's it at?
Netflix.
All right.
That has literally, that's what saves me, diving in. And I know that, and it's certainly not for everybody because I'm an acquired taste, but what I do, and I've gotten really nice letters from people during this time saying what you do to reading your warped imagination has let me get away from everything. Thank you. So that's great. And if I can really get lost and push out the outside world, I can get lost in my own imagination too. And then I can find it again. But it has been a lot harder.
Oh yeah. It's a constant battle. Things just to keep, and not watching a lot of, it used to be I'd get up and look at the headlines and stuff on my phone. And now I'm like, don't even look at headlines. Just go forth There's a whole argument that goes on in my head every morning about you should get your butt up and run. No, we're not going to run today. No, you should get your butt up and run. Have you seen the size of your ass in the mirror? You should get up and run that thing. And so, yeah, just trying to get out there and going. You have a cover. I didn't do a cover reveal for you. We got to do a cover reveal.
I can't show the whole cover. You've got the one that's like ripped, right?
Okay. Let me put it up.
Hang on. This is the next book in the Magic and Mayhem series, but in my Magic and Mayhem series, but I'm doing something new. Some of you might not know, and Anne had written in it when it was a Kindle world, but I have a Magic and Mayhem universe, and it's like this amazingly cool fan fiction world written by other authors who I invite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only people I invite, so they're great writers. Use some of my characters or some of the area, like Ass Jacket, West Virginia, stuff like that, and they write their own stories, either combining their characters or having new characters. So it's this amazing fan fiction world based on the Magic and Mayhem series. And so for the first time, I am actually going to write in my own universe. So it's actually that I suppose
So the book I showed earlier is the birth of that unit. I mean, it's the main part of that.
Yeah, this is from the original series, and this is book number 8.
So when you write this,
the original series.
So the one that we're going to show the partial cover, what did you do in there? You're not your main characters?
It is. It's the next book in the series. It's just novella length, where these are full length books. It's novella length, and it's actually the story of the cats, Fat Bastard, Jango Fett, Boba Fett. It's finally their turn for a possibly jump the shark kind of novella. And it's called The Bad Boys of Ass Jacket. And we haven't done a cover reveal, but you can see this much. So Anne,
okay, I'm going to click it. There it is.
Yeah.
So who's the gray one? Which one's the gray
cat, one? Fat Bastard.
Who's the orange with his foot up?
The orange is Jango Fett. And then you can see kind of at the bottom is a spotted white cat, and that's Boba.
That's awesome. They're going to love this, man.
Oh my God. Anybody who likes the series will love it, but they also might think I lost my mind, which is maybe something people think every time I put a book out. So, there you go.
So when does that one come out?
End of October. That'll be up for pre-order. All of the books. I think there are 22, including mine, books coming out in the Magic and Mayhem universe, and, October 26th. But so that it's freaking fun. And Renee, who we're having next month, Renee's writing in this universe too.
Yeah, I've seen some of her covers for when you do the big
shoot. And Mina Carter. I'm trying to think. I'm going to miss people, but these are people I actually physically talked to today. Mina Carter, Renee George, Teresa Gableman writes in it, but just great fun. Elle Boone, just really great, talented, nice woman. So anyway, that's what's next for me. And then I have one more. I think you have one more of my covers.
I do. Tell me when you want me to put that up.
Okay, this is supposed to come out at the beginning of December. It's not up for pre-order yet because I'm not 100% sure I can make that happen.
Okay.
But it's the next book in the Hot Damn series. And I'm going back to Astrid and Ethan. So, Koba, please.
Yes. Click.
Oh, I needed to go that way. Everything is backwards. Oh, like that.
I know. I can't do it.
Astrid on the throne because she's the princess of the North American Dominion. And I have a little bit. I love like royal history. I love like Henry VIII, Anne Boleyn. I love all that kind of stuff. But I also like regular now.
Yeah.
And it's such a poop show with like Harry and Meghan leaving, and we won't even discuss the disgusting stuff that's going on right now with Prince Andrew. But anyway, I love royal drama. So I've always been kind of, because she is a princess and Ethan is the prince of the North American Dominion, because it's my world is divided up into dominions, and the siblings of the king each run a dominion in the world.
Right.
Vampire Dominion. So that's real stuff.
That's book 14.
Mhm.
I'm sure you get asked this. How many books do you have a number in mind? Are you just going to write till you have nothing else left?
I know that the last book that I write in that series, if somebody reads the series, they'll understand this. The last book that I write in this series will be Samuel's book, which is Astrid and Ethan's son, who was born, shouldn't have even been born because they're vampires. But anyway, that will be the final book in the series. I have a contract on the audio, I think through book 20. So they're 18 or 20. I have to look that shit up. But that, as long as I'm happy and still feel passionate, because I think it's easy sometimes to stay too long at the fair.
Yeah.
And if I didn't feel like excited and passionate still about a series, I'd stop.
Yeah, I think it'll show. It'll show in your writing.
Hell
You're not going to be able to write. The humor's going to be really like
pushed.
horrible.
Yeah. And I've seen that happen even to some of my favorite writers. And it's either because my nose itches, sorry guys. It's either because they're under contract or I don't know. You know, there's lots of different reasons people do stuff, but we're lucky in the fact that we're indie writers that we can make those decisions. I've ended a couple of series, and then I had the open series I have now are Good to the Last Death, which that book comes out in January, which I fucking love that series. My vampires, which I'm still madly in love with, and then my witches, which I am still madly.
What about the mermaids?
The mermaids is done. I mean, that's a finished series, and those are so effing funny and never really found their right home. So we shall see. There's talk about turning the mermaids into a game.
Oh, fun.
I don't know.
Well, Trisha Carroll, who we both know and
love.
Yeah. And I want to go down and stay at her.
Renee goes down and dives down there. You know that? A Bon Air.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew Renee had been down there, right? Because
she and her husband died. So they go down there. Yeah. It's more of a diving place. It's not like a real beachy place. It's a place to go. It's got incredible diving.
Oh, man. Well, so Trisha has mermaid books. I read one.
They're good. I read
those. So, I mean, you two, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but co-promotion or something in the future, you guys both have the mermaids.
I love her mermaids. They're fun. I love my mermaids. They're fun. If you haven't read them, read them.
Mermaids are awesome.
Wow. I always wanted to be a mermaid when I was little. I would pretend like I was when we'd go to swimming.
Yeah.
I would pretend like I was a mermaid. All right. What else have we got? What got going on?
Okay. So, nice hair. I like it when you do that.
Thank you.
So one thing I wanted to ask you that I thought about earlier, because you had said you're just finishing up, you're just getting to the end of another book of finishing.
Yeah.
What happens for you after you write the end? And then what's next in the process? How does the process go until you hit publish?
When I write the end, it goes to my critique partner where it gets shredded usually. I mean, in a very positive, constructive way.
Right.
Back to me, I fix. It goes to 2 or 3 beta readers who then find more stuff. And then it goes to my editor from there. And after it comes back from my editor, usually by that point, I don't need a content edit. I need a line edit, you know, but I have some fabulous editors that I work with. And then it goes back for another proof with some of my betas. So that's kind of the process it goes through. And there will still be boo-boos in it after all of that.
Oh, yeah.
There will be a missing comma or there will be a missing quotation mark, or I'll write though instead of through, which is one of my super bad habits, just my typing skills. But that's mine. What's yours?
So I hit the end, and during the process of writing for me, the first draft, I have a first draft crew of about 10 to 12 people that read chapter by chapter as I write. So I'll finish a chapter, go through, do my polishing, ship it out to first draft crew, move on to the next. So they get it like a sitcom. Do you pants though, or plot? I loosely plot, but then pants through it because my plot is only good for, I'll plot it like overall a big
Yeah.
skeleton of it, and then I go right off course. Things happen.
Yeah.
So,
That's for me, because then what happens for me is like, as I write forward, a lot of times I have to go, like, I'll be in chapter 5 and I'll be like, shit. And I'll have to go back through and finesse so that I landed at chapter 5 where I wanted to. So all those prior chapters change.
yeah.
Like if they were going out one at a time, it would almost be obsolete by the time I got done writing the whole book. So I probably would suck. That process wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, it's and what it does for me is it puts the pressure on me to get it done, because they'll start writing me, and 2 of them are my mom and my stepmom.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, when's the next book or next chapter?
Yeah.
And people will give me crap behind the scenes because they're waiting. So which it's good. It's motivation. But then when I finish, I put in all the edits that they found, little things they find. And then I turn around and go through it again. And then I ship it to my editor, and she goes through it. And then I get it back, put hers in. And then I go out to a beta crew. And my beta crew ranges between 20 to 45 people.
Holy shit.
These guys are long-time beta crew people.
I would, okay, because handing out an unpublished book to that many people would give me gas. I'm just going to say it now. I mean, even, handing out, even like, I have a really neat group of gals and some guys who are kind of a review crew.
Yeah.
Some of them are very series specific. Some of them like all of it. But even with that, the book's already up for pre-order, or it's already in the hemisphere before I hand those things out. I have such like a fear of working so hard on something and somehow it getting out to the world before it's published. You don't have that?
Right. Well, I would if I hadn't worked with these guys. I mean, most of these people on this crew, which sounds big, but most of them, I've been working with them for 15 to 20 books now. Yeah.
And then you're fine. Wait, somebody just said, I love What We Do in the Shadows. The movie and the FX show. Okay, so the show's on FX.
FX, okay.
But I think is it that's somebody named Tara? Tara, tell me, it might also be
Tara Schneider?
Yeah, Tara Schneider. It also might be Netflix. I don't even know how we're watching it. I'm so clueless like that.
I know.
The movie is one of the funny. My kids were saying, "Mom, you got to watch this. You write vampires. You have to watch this." And I'm like, And so I sat down. I couldn't believe I had never seen it before. I swear to God, you have to watch this. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Did you ever watch Flight of the Conchords?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Love those guys.
Jermaine.
Yes.
Was one of the main vampires.
Oh, he is?
And one of the writer-producers. And do you remember their manager?
Yes, he's awesome.
Murray?
Yeah.
He is in the movie as well as a werewolf. But dude, you have got, I promise you have to watch it, then you have to call me because you're gonna pee. You're gonna pee.
I gotta love it. Jermaine, he's the Jumanji guy. He's the in Jumanji, the movies.
Yeah.
He's the one who's like, welcome to Jumanji. I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. Their
Is
manager.
it?
Yeah, I love seeing him get work because he's so funny as their manager.
Funny. All right, we've answered like no questions.
Okay, we've been bad. Do you see questions?
Awesome. Thank you, Dessa. I think Zorro and Dwayne should meet, Tracy said. Tracy, there's a possibility.
Oh, I had a question for them. I'm going to put up 3 different ads I made because we make our ads a lot of times.
Yeah.
For the Jackrabbit series that is now on KU because I want to put it out on Facebook and I want to push some ads.
Yeah.
So I want, if anyone who's watching, if you can tell me which of these you liked the best so that I can put money where it counts. So here's one.
Okay, this is number 1. Number 1. I'm going to look at these.
Thinker skeleton dude.
Okay, number 1 is Thinker Skeleton Dude.
And then number 2 is Yoga Skeleton Dude.
I'm kind of into him, but I think go back to 1 again for a second, please.
1, Thinker.
Okay, 2.
Yoga Dude.
Okay, let me see 3.
And this is a totally different feel. This is Need to Escape.
Nope, it's 1 or 2 for me.
You like 1 or 2?
Go back
Okay.
to 1.
1. I wish I could put them side by side, but I can't. 2.
Okay, here's my advice is use both 1 and 2.
1 and 2, even though they're both red backgrounds.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
1 and 2.
All right. You guys tell me, write in, comment in, please, and tell me what you think.
That's mine. I have my, what am I saying?
That's your choice?
Oh,
That's
look, Renee said 2.
All right, Renee. Number 2. 2 is yoga dude. 1 is thinker. 2 is yoga dude. 3 is the Arizona desert.
2 thinker.
And it's Halloween time, so that's why I thought I did those.
I think you rotate those mother humpers. Just rotate them.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I do that. I mean, I use rotate. I find like I get a couple, even if they're semi-similar, I rotate, man. You can use 3 of them, but I really like 1 and 2 the best. They give me the best.
And it's really good for this time of year. I took them. Can you see the red wall behind me?
Yeah.
Those are my skeleton dudes from my office, and I took them in front of my red wall.
Dude, you take your own pictures for your memes?
I do. I've been trying to do that more and more.
Shit.
I know. I do the photography thing. Like,
yeah, I do.
And really behind me, those are my pictures. Yeah. I like to do the photography thing. It's there's a little story behind that. My ex-husband was a photographer. So my job was to always go out and find the pictures for him. And while he was taking pictures somewhere, and then he'd come over to me, we'd be nature photography. He'd come over and I'd be like, what do you think of this right here? Or this view right here? And so turns out that stuck with me. And I went on. I don't know if he's taking pictures still or not, but I do it. So fun.
You have a great eye with nature. Your pictures are beautiful. I love them.
Well, I studied a long time. When I was married to him, I was always studying pictures to help him because I was a good wife, right? So, and back then I cooked too. So now my poor husband, Mr. Sam Lucky, I still do photography, but the cook she divorced and she went off.
He's a good cook though. Isn't Sam a good cook?
Oh my God, he's amazing. Which reminds me, we have a cookbook coming this Christmas.
Oh yeah, you do.
When you're busy in November with your online book sales, right?
Yes.
I'm going to be busy with the cookbook, and we're going to do apron and hats that also say Moon the Cook.
Oh my God, that's so cute. I'm going to have that. I'm going to need that. Do you know, I am actually a good cook, and I like to cook.
You are.
But I like to feed people. But since the pandemic, which is still very much here, please wear a fucking mask all the time.
Yeah, I forget my mask that you're talking about.
And oh, you got one of my masks.
Yeah, can you read it? Am I close?
For a good time, read Robyn Peterman.
That's right, man.
I love that. Okay, so I've been the only one who could actually work and make an income because Hollywood is shut down, starting to open. Things are starting to happen. Very wonky, very weird, but so that's all good. But anyway, since I've been working, writing like a chicken with my head cut off, Steve, they call him Mr. Man Mom. They call him Man.
Okay.
And Man Mom, actually, even before all this, he's a really good cook. He's the best griller in the world, but he's also a really good cook. And our daughter's vegan. So that's always a challenge as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. I mean, he's amazing. I lucked out. I married my best friend. I still love him. I still think he has a great ass and he can cook. And so yeah, he's kind of been Man Mom for a while and he's rocked it.
That's awesome. Is he getting antsy to go out to get back into going on location and filming or something? Or is he enjoying it?
Steve is as happy on a tractor as he is on a set. And he is also a fucking great dad. And because of what's going on, our son, who should be in Chicago in his sophomore year of college, is home and doing school online because that's what's happening with his school. And then my daughter is also home in high school online. So while occasionally now, because it's been a long time, the togetherness can get a little like too much togetherness, but you know what you have to do. Here's my theory just about life in general is that there are silver linings even in really fucking dark clouds. And I search them. It's what I write about to a certain degree too.
Right.
Find some silver lining in really Bizarre or Dark or in Happy Clouds, and being with my kids, getting more time with my son, who's 20 now than we ever would have gotten. So I'm sure he's had enough of us, and we'd like to be back at school. But that's going to happen. That's going to happen eventually. And
no, I agree with you. I mean, it's having the kids home has been different. We're currently doing hybrid 2 days a week, and my kids are Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is freaking awesome because Mondays always sucked. Yeah, getting them up, getting to school. Fridays are party days. So it's still a big party day on Friday because we're at home. And Mondays we get to sleep in. So I love the Tuesday, Thursday. My daughter would like to be going to school a little bit more. She's 8th grade. My son is in 10th. And he's okay with the school where it is. And he's rocking the online. He's a machine. And I posted this on my thing. He just finished his first book. He wrote a 90,000 word novel.
That's incredible.
He stuck with it. You know how hard that is.
Yeah, I know how hard that is. Holy crap.
He kept going. Now we get to go edit. Now let's learn about editing. Yay.
That is so impressive from a kid. Audrey's a senior and wanting to go to college for the arts.
Right.
And so it's bizarre because everything is virtual as far as that too. So all the auditions for all these colleges, you don't go there and interview, or it's all online. So it's just a different time right now.
Is she more comfortable because she's doing the audition tape thing at home in the comfort of her home with you guys, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter for her. She lights up in front of an audience. I'm her mother, so you guys can all take it with a grain of salt, but she's kind of stupidly, phenomenally talented. She's a beautiful dancer. She's as good a singer as she is a dancer. So you know what?
Wow.
Fingers crossed. They're competitive.
I can tell you that my kids still remember her because when we came there, she hung out with my kids and they played pool, I think.
Yeah.
And they still talk about how nice she was to them, this older girl.
She's such a dorky, nice kid. Awesome. She's my baby. All right. Is anybody asking any more?
I forgot to look. I keep getting distracted.
Yeah, I do too, because we're just yakking. Yeah. Oh, Karen, where can you get one of my masks? You know what, Karen? I don't think I have them up in my Zazzle store. I'll do that. But I'll put links like on my author page.
Are you sure? Because I got yours out of your Zazzle store.
You did, but I gave you the link. You know how you need to put the code in so it shows up on your website in your Zazzle store? I don't think I did that. But I will show you. I am going to give okay. So I told you the Magic and Mayhem universe is October and I'm writing in it. We got these really cool Magic and Mayhem universe masks. So I ordered a couple of these. We're going to be giving some of these away during that next month. And also Fabio Rue.
That's awesome.
That's a good one. Okay, here's a fun one. I'm going to give away some of these in the Pleasure Palace. If anybody wants to come join the Pleasure Palace, it's my reader room.
Oh man, it's funny.
Sounds like a porn store, but that's
I love what goes on in your Pleasure Palace. That's fun.
I do too.
It's fun.
Kind of fun, super fun place. Do you have any of your masks in front of you?
I do not. I only have yours. I'm like Robyn.
You're a really freaking good friend is what you are. And then I like this one too.
Oh, I like that.
Team Astrid. Astrid's the next hot damned book. But the hell were we talking about? Was I trying to answer?
We talked about process at one time, and then we went into children and
we just circles. I'm trying to see, what do you guys asking? Oh, there's still. It's looking to me like 1 and 2 are getting Yoga Dude.
Oh, cool! Thank you, guys. That's gonna help me.
Yeah. So
you'll see that. So you guys on Facebook that know me, you'll probably be seeing those then.
Yeah.
Start pushing that out.
1 and 2, which I like. I don't dislike the third one, but I love the first two.
Skeleton dudes. Yeah, they're fun. I like it.
And it has a flavor, to me, that has a flavor of the story.
Yeah.
You
See, I need to go spend a bunch of money on Halloween stuff. Pictures of it and use it in ads so that I can say, Mr. Taxman, it was not just Halloween fun.
You can
It's
write
all
all that shit up.
I know. Write it off.
Shit up.
Woohoo.
So,
There's
okay.
a guy, I have to tell you this. There's a guy in across from one of the elementary schools here. He has his yard full of skeletons, like pushing wheelbarrows, climbing up the house. It's really awesome. He has a skeleton that I swear to God is like 14 feet tall. It's like a giant skeleton.
Blow up? Like a blow up?
No, it's a big skeleton. It's so cool.
I
don't
would love
know.
My mom, people come from all over Lexington to go to my mom's house on Halloween. Now they're obviously not going to do it this year because
I've seen pictures though. You post pictures of your mom. Mhm.
she jumps at you. She dresses as a witch. My dad dresses as like a werewolf every year, and he sits on the front porch. He's got chains on. He's just sitting there, and then kids come up to get candy, and he freaking moves and they scream.
I love it.
My mom, when my kids were little, my mom would get dry ice and she'd put it into her cauldron, and she would do these spells for my kids, like it was toil and trouble and bubbles and bubbles. I mean, she would walk around. It was they have such good memories, and it's so funny. And my mom still, I mean, my kids are way past trick-or-treating, obviously, but they still go on Halloween night to sit with my folks and give out candy because
and be part of that.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we order pizza.
Your mom has really cool dining room chairs at her table.
She does.
Every chair is different, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. Yep. Some of them are Mackenzie Childs, which I love that stuff. Some of them are J. Peterman, which is their company.
Right.
And then some of them, I don't even know what they are, but yeah, she does like this funky fun. It's really good looking. I like it too.
I know you put a picture and I captured that. It's like stalker here, but I kept it because I want to do that with our dining room. I want different chairs.
You want to know something? If any of you ladies, and some of you ladies are like more our age, so maybe you're already married, but I had a girlfriend who got married. She did this coolest thing. And if I were ever, I'm never doing it again, but if I could do it over, when she registered for China, which I don't use my China. I don't know if anybody does, but when she registered for China, she ordered for one full place setting from a whole bunch of different sets.
Oh, cool.
The coolest looking thing I have ever. And I totally would have done that. So if anybody has a daughter or if they're getting hitched or something, think about that.
That's cool. That would be fun.
Wouldn't you love that?
I love that. It's like Harry Potter. Okay, the Weasleys, I think it was, their kitchen in Harry Potter was so crazy. It's kind of the Alice in Wonderland look. I love all that. Color and variety. I think it's so much fun.
Oh my God. I love color. Love color. All right. So what are you doing with the rest of you guys are going out to get Slurpees, right?
Yeah, we were going to take the Jeep, but it's getting dark, which means you get bugs all over in your head.
You don't want to eat bugs. All right. So you're going to do that. I am going to finish the book I'm writing. I'm planning to write the end at some point tonight. It might be well after midnight, but it will be tonight.
Yay.
And since maybe some of the gals and guys joined us late. So Annie, how about playing us out with the Fabu intro that we want to make?
Let me get over there. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out.
We didn't answer my question before we yacked our balls off. So
I know. I'm sorry I didn't read all your questions. I was really bad. I can only technology-wise, I don't know about you, Robyn, but I'm really crappy. And so the fact that I pulled this off, that's as much.
This is all Anne. It's not me. Anne figured out all of the technical because when Anne says she's bad, that means I'm
winging it. Totally.
A toddler.
Anyway, thank you all for coming, and let's go out with the other one. That wonderful, magical one.
Different ending. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye, Anne.